1/10 of global trade passes through a strait that measures just 20 miles across. The Bab el-Mandeb, at the southern entrance to the Red Sea, is a vital choke point on one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. But it passes through the heart of a dangerous region beset by civil wars and humanitarian crises. Great Decisions examines a region where the world's great powers can cooperate to create stability or allow deepening rifts to tear it apart.
It may be Saudi planes that are dropping the bombs, but they are U.S. bombs. It is U.S. assistance that provides the targeting.
The Yemeni crisis has proven so intractable because foreign interventions have exacerbated the conflict.
The academic literature is quite clear. Most civil wars usually don't last longer than a year, partly because the parties run out of ammunition. But when outside forces step in and side with or support various sides in the conflict, that is one thing that causes these conflicts to keep on moving forward.
Yemen could be solved if the United States chose to solve it. The United States has essentially stood on the diplomatic sidelines.
Gradually, the war in Yemen has consumed the entire region around it. Somalia, Eritrea, and Djibouti have each offered their airspace to the Saudi-led coalition, and several African countries have sent troops to join the fighting.
The Saudis obviously didn't want to send too many of their own soldiers to fight and die in Yemen, so they recruited others, and the Sudanese in particular have served as cannon fodder.
One of the major challenges for the Emiratis in Yemen is that they don't share a border with Yemen. So they had to develop facilities in the region that could serve as a sort of logistical hub. So enter Eritrea.
As the war continues, experts worry that a failed state in Yemen could destabilize the entire Red Sea region, with ramifications that would echo around the globe.
This is not a place where you want to see greater chaos than exists today.
The root of all of this is that the United States has not decided whether it wants to be the military hegemon of the region or not and set up an order, a geopolitical order. I personally don't think it has the capacity to do so. I also don't think that it actually lies in the U.S. interest to do so.
Certainly very much a linchpin between emerging Asia, the resource-based economies of the Middle East and demographic potential of Africa with advanced economies in the European Union, Mediterranean.
The Red Sea corridor is as important in many ways than the Persian Gulf is in terms of the transport of oil. It goes through the Bab el-Mandeb at the bottom of the Horn of Africa, up through the Suez Canal, and then into the Mediterranean.
Some analysts predict that the countries along the Red Sea are poised for an economic boom. Foreign investment, especially in real estate, is on the rise.
So there's huge potential, economic potential, but this is a part of the continent that is going to have to achieve a certain level of political stability to actually realize those economic benefits.